Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you a game where I did something very disrespectful. So the game started off with e4, c6, the Caro-Kann defense. This is an opening that I've played for a very long time. Knight f3, d5, takes, whoops, d4. This is just an exchange variation, but with d4, so transposition. Knight c6, and c3, just defending the pawn. Pretty passive move. He needs to play there, so that it stops me from playing bishop f5, which is the best move. Well, not the best move. Bishop g4 is the best move. Ping the knight, and I'm going to, in a lot of lines, just take it. So we get bishop e2. Knight f6. It would rather have queen c7 being a little more active so that if the queen and the bishop comes to pin, it's defended. But that doesn't happen. Castles, e6, very standard stuff. Bishop g5 and unpinning with bishop e7. Queen a4, and then of course that doesn't really do much, so I just castle. The engine likes a6 and then b5, but I don't really want to play that. H3, and then I thought for a little bit, and I was debating between here, and trading this. Trading isn't that good because he would just take, and I didn't think this was. I mean, his bishop's kind of blocked out. I guess he's not really doing much with that, but I didn't really see a reason to trade off my bishop. So the engine says that is actually the best move. So, but I play f5. Bishop f5. Just keeping the bishop. He plays bishop b5, which is an inaccuracy because it allows me to play a6, which is apparently the best move. Because after it takes, and I have to find queen b8, which hits this pawn, and he can't do anything to really stop that. So he's gonna play queen to a4. I'll take. He'll bring the knight out here. Excuse me. Of course, I didn't see that. No one on earth is seeing that. And then after rook to f8, I guess I'm just winning a pawn. He can't, if he defends like that. Bishop d3. Wow, that is crazy. I guess it's just what. Oh, yeah, I guess it's just what the engine wanted, which is really crazy. I didn't see that. I just played queen c7, which defends. Thought that was fine. Bishop takes c6, an inaccuracy, because if b takes c6, and after knight e5, this pawn is going to be very easy to defend. With, oh wait, we just don't defend it. Bishops. That is an interesting line from the engine, but queen b7. I guess again you're just winning the pawn. So a lot of stuff that I didn't see. Of course, I just took with the queen. He took, and I take back with the pawn. Knight e5 attacks the pawn, a move that I didn't consider. I played c5, attacking the pawn chain, and he took my bishop. I took back with the g pawn, because if I took back the f pawn, I thought I was losing a pawn. It turns out that is not true. Or no, I calculated that he would go knight d7, attacking here and here. And then, wow, it wants me to sacrifice the exchange. And then when this happens, is this what it wanted, or does it want me to take like that? Yeah, it wants me to take like this, and then knight c3, bishop f6, and this is apparently just drawn. I guess because of this passed pawn. But okay, that's not something that any human's going to play. So I just took with the g pawn. He attacks the rook. I defend. This is apparently a great move. I don't really know why. I take the bishop. I take with the bishop, and then we have this position where it's equal. He plays knight d2, which is an inaccuracy, because now I can play rook b8 and attack the pawn. But I was playing this game in front of my friend who said I should go king h8, because I didn't really see an idea. I saw rook b8, and I was like, he'll just defend like that, or with the knight. I didn't really like that. So he said king g8, and then you're going to bring the rook this way to attack the king, which if you look at for 2 seconds, you realize is a bad plan, because my opponent also has moves and has half of a brain, so he's going to find out that. But I play it, and all of my advantage just completely disintegrates. Knight b3, which is attacking my rook, the thing I didn't want to happen anyway. Rook c4, I thought that just is more active than bringing it back, and now this rook can only move there, and doesn't seem very active, so. Knight d4, trying to trade bishops and triple my pawns. I drop the bishop back. Rook f to c1. I guess he wants to play b3, which makes sense, but I would assume that rook would be slightly better. But, okay. e5 is the move I thought. I'm going to get the pawn center. I can eventually play moves like that, get a pawn chain. Obviously, that is not really going to happen. It still wants me to... Engine still wants me to attack this pawn. But okay. Knight f3. And now rook g8. So this king move actually does come in handy right here. I'm going to get some play on the g file like that. King h2, getting out of the pin. A nice move, I guess. Bishop e4. I'm going to trade the knight, and now he's got doubled isolated pawns, and I thought that was pretty good. It wants king g7, so I can get the king into the action, I guess, like that. He moves out the way, and bishop d3, because I really don't know why I played this move. Because after rook d1, I guess I thought that, but I don't really know why I played this. He goes back. Now my advantage comes back, because now I can play rook b8. But I do this. I guess I thought we were going for a draw. I think I offered him a draw. No, I did not offer him a draw. But I think we might have gone for a draw. But he plays b3 attacking my rook. And then I calculate here for a little bit. And as you can see, first of all, I'm low on time. But I calculate here for a little bit. And I sacrifice the bishop. Or the rook, actually. Sacrifice the exchange. Because if you were to take this, check here, check here, check here. So first of all, materials equal, and I can play d takes c4, and now I'm up 3 pawns. Now, granted, they are these 3 pawns, but I'm still up 3 pawns, and a bishop versus rook is a pretty even, and you get 3 pawns extra. So my opponent finds the best move and just takes my bishop, but now he still has doubled isolated pawns. I attack it. He plays c4, and this move is a mistake, but not in the way you're thinking. It's for d4, which seems really idiotic, but he can't really double up and try to push the pawns or like get the rook like that. He's just too slow to do that. So this is actually completely fine. So probably should have gone for that. But I play d takes c4, which is a miss, and now it's back to a draw because of rook takes c3, which is bonkers. But my pawns are just really bad, so I can't really make any progress on the f file. If he's able to defend one of these 2 pawns, it's basically like I only have 1. So I had to play rook takes f3 there. I didn't. He plays an inaccuracy. That lets me win the pawn. He didn't play rook c7, which looks like it does a lot of counterplay, but just taking this with check, and then there's mate, and that's not very good. So rook f1 to defend the pawn. Rook d8 is an inaccuracy, because this is a very drawable position, because now you can play king g2 and attack my king, which he does. And I bring it to the d file, which is really good. I kind of anticipated that he'd play rook c7. So now I block with this rook to defend both pawns. He goes there. And I play f5 for some reason with almost no thought at all. But he's just going to be able to very easily win the pawn like that. He doesn't do that. This I just thought this was a nice pawn chain. I really like pawn chains like that. But he takes it. He takes his opportunity. Rook f6, and he's gonna win this pawn. So now it is just a very interesting endgame. He attacks my rook. My pawn. I go here for some trades. We're gonna get something like that. Takes, takes, takes. And then we trade rooks. And this is a draw. We literally have pawns on the exact same file, so we erase our kings, and then he makes a critical mistake. Now, the move that you have to play here is a5, so that the king will be boxed out. So, for example, if the king goes over there, king d5, and the king can't go any further because it's kind of, oh, whoops, not that. It's kind of boxed out. It's not going to get any closer. So the king will come back to d3, and now I can just go and get the pawn, which I didn't do. I didn't find. Granted, I only had 1 minute on the clock. I instead play king d5. Looks like we're just racing for pawns, and then he misses it again, and then I miss it again. Well, obviously a5 is the best move, but now it's just completely winning because he can't stop me from getting the pawn. King c3, a5, and now it's just a race to get into Zugzwang. F5, f4, h6, and now we've got every pawn blocking each other like that. The king has to give up opposition, and now I win the pawn. Now, it looks very drawable, but I have to run back this way to get this pawn, which happens. Sorry, it's a little laggy. Takes, and then we just get into this endgame where I'm up a queen. And then I do something that is very not honorable. So in Blitz and Bullet earlier that day, I had been getting a lot of double queens and ladder mating and doing something very special at the end, which is checkmating with the king. And I forgot that I had been playing a rapid game, so I pre-moved from this moment on this entire sequence. As you can see, I'm not losing any time. I lose time here, but for the next 10 moves, I won't lose time. And we just keep going here. Yeah, that's really sad. This is the crazy part is this is not even the first time I've gotten a king checkmate. But yeah, that's really disrespectful, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you next time.